Today I'm going to show you a simple tech tip on a partially opened window. As you know, the trucks come with a Lexan windshield and side windows, and if you want to make your vehicle look even more scale, having a window wound down completely or partially really is that little detail that is very simple to do, but really sets it apart from everybody else. So some of the tools we're going to need is a Sharpie or some type of pen, Lexan scissors, painter's tape, an X-Acto knife, and a body reamer. So to get started, what you want to do is you want to have a partially wound down window. Obviously, when you wind down your window, it doesn't go straight across, and a lot of people will do that. They'll just cut it across here. So to capture that profile, it's a simple process. So all you want to do, get a piece of tape, place it on there, and what you want to do is you want to make sure you tuck it in to the edges. Be sure that you're getting that windshield profile. As you can see here, I'm going on an angle, get that profile, okay? So then all you need to do is come back with the X-Acto knife, and you want to cut along that edge. Now you want to cut through the tape, you don't want to cut through the Lexan, so don't do it very hard. You just want to kind of put it right through the tape, and you want to follow that profile that you've created. Okay. And all you need to do is peel off the excess. Like that. And then you pull this up. Now you have your window template. So now if you want to have a cracked window, just enough to get air, you can place it like this. And now you have just a cracked window. For this, we're going to do a half open window. So what you want to do is you want to make sure that you have it right against this edge, and you want to make sure you have it straight, obviously. Once you have that, then the key is to push it down in, make sure it's sealed on there, and now you've got your guide for a partially open window. So you can do this one of two ways. Now you can either go along with a Sharpie and mark that line like I'm doing here as a guide, or you can just cut it that way. Now what I found, I like doing both, because once I cut this out, I can have the line to follow it. Now the way I found easy to do this is I use a body reamer to get it started. So what you want to do is you want to start your hole. Please be careful with the body reamer, they're very sharp. And create a hole. As long as you keep it within the area that you are going to be removing, you can make it as big as you want. As you can see here, I've got more than enough room to go wider. That's just that much less I have to cut. And what I'll normally do is I'll do two areas so that I have a start and a finish. And really this is to remove any bulk and have the ability to get either scissors in there or something else. So you can see now that I have the holes. So then what I'll do is to remove a lot of material, I used curved Lexan scissors. Because the more you can get rid of in this aspect, the less you have to do fine tuning it. I always stay a little bit above the line, just so I have a little bit of adjustment if I need to clean something up. I'll do the same thing here. Take as much out as you can with the scissors without risking damaging something, because then you can't go backwards. Can't add material. Now, as you can see here, I have a little gap here, so I can, if I feel comfortable enough doing this, I can go along with these scissors and get it closer. Like that. And you can come in with your X-Acto knife. Make sure it's sharp. Just slowly, very slowly cut it. You want to come around the edges. And with an X-Acto knife, a lot of times just peeling a little bit at a time works. So I don't know if you can tell, but I'm kind of just working a little bit at a time here. Not taking a lot of material at one time. Like I said before, you take your time with this and don't take too much or accidentally cut too far into it, and then you've got a window that is going to be open more than what you planned. I'll show you here in a second how this is going to look. If you can see here, right here, I've cut that back, so now you don't see the windshield. Up here it still needs trimmed, and we also have to get this closer. So what I normally will do now is I'll start working this here. And the nice thing about giving yourself a little bit of space between the template and here is if you would accidentally make a mistake, you're not going too far down. So as you can see here, it's pretty close to what the look I want. I just need to clean up a little bit here. Just make sure you don't cut into your door frame. And make sure you're always cutting away from yourself too. So as you can see now, we're real close to having this complete. And a lot of times what I'll do is I will cut on a back angle around the frame so that it's tapered, so when you look in you don't see the window up here, because you don't really want to cut this all out because it's part of this whole piece here, as you can see here. So now I've got it pretty close to where I want it. Then what I'll do is I'll get the blade and I'll just kind of scrape it here just to smooth it out. And you peel off your tape there, and now I've got a partially open window. Just get rid of this Sharpie, clean it up a little bit more with some sandpaper if needed, but now I've got a partially open window. I hope you enjoyed this tech tip. Try it yourself and post up on RC4WD's forum or the social media. Let me see your project. Thanks a lot.